What if I told you that there are powers in anime so insane that they could literally destroy the laws of physics, rewrite reality, and turn the world into a playground for the characters who wield them? Welcome to the universe of the most overpowered abilities in anime. Today, we'll explore 10 abilities so absurd that they'd make any scientist pull their hair out. Get ready, because in this list, we'll talk about powers that defy time, manipulate dimensions, and even make the impossible seem like child's play. Buckle up, because the journey starts now. Time manipulation, the gift of tinkering with the past, present, and future. Imagine being stuck in a critical moment and having the chance to go back in time to fix a mistake. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? That's the power of Okabe Rintarou from Steins. Gate. He discovers a way to send messages to the past, altering events in the present and future. But messing with time isn't simple. Every change brings unexpected consequences, like a domino effect where each piece knocked down reveals a new problem. And what about Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? With his iconic yell, WARUDO, he stops time and turns the battlefield into his personal arena. He doesn't just play with time, he also plays with the nerves of his enemies, who watch helplessly as he acts. Reality warping, when dreams turn into nightmares. Now imagine that everything around you could be shaped by your will. It sounds incredible but can also be terrifying. Haruhi Suzumiya from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya possesses this power so unconsciously that she doesn't even realize the danger she represents. One day, she might wish the world were more fun, and suddenly, monsters appear to make it real. It's like giving a child control of a video game that commands real life. On the other hand, there's Rika Orimoto from Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Her power is the pinnacle of emotional distortion. When she desires to protect someone, she turns reality into an extension of her rage and love, creating almost unstoppable chaos. Warping reality can be a blessing, but also a nightmare. Absolute elemental control, turning nature into your ally. Have you ever seen someone control fire, ice, or even air itself? Now imagine someone taking it to the extreme. Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia combines fire and ice into powerful and strategic attacks, turning each move into a visual and destructive spectacle. He doesn't just control elements, he harmonizes them with sheer genius. Now think of Aang from Avatar, the Last Airbender. As the Avatar, he doesn't just master one element but all of them: water, earth, fire, and air. His mastery of the elements goes beyond mere manipulation. He uses them in perfect harmony, creating movements that look like a dance between destruction and balance. It's as if nature itself chose Aang as its protector and representative. Space manipulation, bending the world to your will. Have you ever thought about moving mountains, literally? Trafalgar Law from One Piece does this almost surgically with his room ability. Inside his controlled space, he manipulates objects, swaps places, and even disassembles enemies without harming them. It's like a 4D puzzle where he controls all the pieces. And what about Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen? His domain expansion technique doesn't just manipulate space, but creates a dimension where nothing can touch him. He's like a sculptor molding the universe to his favor, rendering any opponent powerless against his brilliance. Mind control, the power to dominate souls. Few things are as frightening as the idea of someone controlling your mind. Lelouch Lamperouge from Code Geass uses the Geass power to command people with a single order. Imagine being in the place of an adversary who, upon hearing his voice, loses all free will. This kind of power doesn't just win battles, it morally destroys opponents. Another example is Shinso Hitoshi from My Hero Academia. He uses his voice to control minds but must convince people to respond first. It's like bait, simple but deadly for anyone who takes it. Energy absorption, feeding on power. What if you could turn any energy source into fuel for yourself? Cell from Dragon Ball Z exemplifies this perfectly. He absorbs not just the energy of his enemies, but also their bodies, constantly evolving. It's like an infinite cycle of growth where he always comes out stronger. The legendary Yamibakura from Yu-Gi-Oh! Absorbs his opponent's spiritual energy to manipulate the very rules of the game. With powers like these, any battle becomes unfair from the start. Dimensional travel, exploring inaccessible worlds. Have you ever wanted to simply disappear from a situation? Obito Uchiha from Naruto Shippuden does this by traveling to another dimension with his Kamui. He doesn't just escape attacks, but also uses this ability to plan his own strikes. It's like having a secret room no one can reach. Another example is Yuno from Black Clover, who accesses different dimensions in his battles, expanding the combat field and confusing opponents. Traveling between worlds is like playing chess on multiple boards at once. Reality rewriting, undoing the impossible. Now imagine being able to erase your mistakes or rebuild the world to your liking. Eri from My Hero Academia has the power to revert anything to its previous state, as if undoing a complicated knot. It seems like a dream, but with great power comes great risks. Another impressive example is the King of the Underworld from Bleach, who alters the flow of time and reality to his advantage, turning battles into a game where only he knows the rules. Immortality, the price of living forever. Living forever, is it a dream or a nightmare? Banned from the 7 deadly sins is immortal, but pays the price of watching his friends grow old and pass away. He survives everything, but bears the weight of eternal loneliness. And Haiden from Naruto Shippuden, who is immortal thanks to dark rituals. His immortality isn't a gift, it's a curse he embraces wholeheartedly. Omniscience, the ultimate power. Finally, the ultimate power, knowing everything. Aizen Sasuke from Bleach uses his intelligence and near-divine perception to predict his opponent's every move. It's like playing chess where he has already seen the endgame. And Zeno-sama from Dragon Ball Super knows and controls multiple universes. But what to do with so much knowledge? Omniscience is the power that makes us reflect the most. Where does the responsibility of someone who knows everything truly lie? And you, which of these powers impressed you the most? Do you think you could bear the weight of such extraordinary abilities? Comment below and share this video with your friends. The anime universe has no limits, and what we saw today is just the tip of the iceberg.